Okay, so that's going to bring us to our lightning round. The rules for this, we're going to ask one person, one question, and your answer needs to be 30 seconds or less. So I'm going to, it's just a few questions. I'm going to start with Earl. Earl, will Slava Voynov return next season? Will the fans forgive him, and will you?
I mean, it's tough. You have to judge his on-ice performance with what he allegedly did off-ice. I mean, he would definitely help the team, but, you know, it's, in this PC world we live in, I just don't think the PR disaster is worth bringing him in.
Okay.
John Davis.
Who replaces Bob Miller?
Well, if it was up to me based upon what we saw last year, it would be Ralph Strangis, no question about it. But there's a prevailing thought that that's not going to be the case.
Is there a prevailing thought of who will replace him, or is that not something you can
Well,
talk about?
there's a prevailing thought that John Rosen is going to be the guy.
Okay.
And I don't know how you go from Bob Miller to John Rosen.
John Hoven, who's the backup goaltender for the Los Angeles Kings on opening night?
Most likely Jack Campbell. This is a guy who's earned it. He was obviously a project when they brought him in. Had a phenomenal year in the American Hockey League. And when you're talking about limited cap dollars, what's the reason to go out and find another goaltender that you don't know about, that you have to integrate into your system and use cap dollars? It's a good value play to bring in Jack Campbell. He's most likely going to play 15 to 20 games, provided that Quick is healthy. So Jack Campbell comes up from Ontario and fills in behind Jonathan Quick next year.
Okay.
Dennis Bernstein. Drew Doughty is an unrestricted free agent in 2 seasons. Does he sign long-term if they have a similar season next year?
I'm weighing walking with flip-flops on the beach in Manhattan Beach with a condo versus going back to Toronto and helping them win a championship. I believe he stays here, even in a bad season, because I think it's overplayed with respect to Doughty and guys like John Tavares going home and helping the Leafs win a championship. Drew's comfortable here. He's happy here. New coaching change, lifestyle. I think Drew ends his career as a LA King and signs a long-term deal.
Okay. So let's see. Brian, does Bob Miller get a statue outside of Staples Center, and is there actually space for another statue?
that Shaq statue's pretty big. If he doesn't, I'm going to personally burn down the Staples Center. Because absolutely, you should get the greatest broadcaster in the history of broadcasting, in my opinion. I grew up with him. I do remember Jiggy McDonald. I'm old enough to remember Jiggy McDonald doing the Kings before Bob Miller, but Bob Miller is hands down the greatest ever. And absolutely, there must be a statue, a nice big one in the front. Yeah,
Second line.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. John Hoban. Will Dustin Brown be on an opening night roster?
I would have rather had the Doughty question. I'm going to say yes, and I think the reason that he'll be on the opening night roster is Rob Blake. I think that Blake is more inclined to keep him than Dean Lombardi was. I think that, and that's really what it boils down to. I think, yes, I don't think that they're going to use assets to sweeten a deal to get Vegas to take him. Perhaps Brian is right that Vegas is going to take a Trevor Lewis instead or something else. So my gut tells me that, yes, Dustin Brown is still on the roster come opening night.
Okay, final question. Earl, since the Kings are under new management, give me an unexpected change to the Kings brand. We're going to see a new jersey, new mascot, something like that?
Well, now that Daryl Sutter's gone, we're going to have a new dancer in the third period.
Oh, we can't keep.
I mean, we could. I'm trying to keep it clean here. Hopefully better food in the food court. Maybe a better marketing plan. Those billboards all around town that say the time is now, that doesn't really do it for me. Clearly the team didn't get that message.